asking me when. Fall in love, baby, don't pretend. We'll never be more than friends.
Telling myself I won't go there. Oh, but I know that I won't care. Trying to wash away all the blood I've spilled. This loss is a burden that we both share. Two sinners can atone from a lone prayer. Souls tied, intertwined by pride and guilt. There's darkness in the distance from the way that I've been living, but I know I can't resist it. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the poison from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Hiding all of our sins from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Congratulations on your graduation from the David Eccles School of Business. Today is a culmination of many years of hard work and dedication. What an incredible achievement this is for each one of you. The David Eccles School of Business is such an important part of my family, and I'm thrilled that you are now a part of that legacy. My grandfather, David Eccles, built his success through entrepreneurial grit and personal integrity, traits that have inspired me throughout my life. Over his lifetime, David founded more than 50 businesses, from railroads to lumber mills, banks, thank goodness, to construction companies, and dozens of others. These ventures strengthened communities and created jobs throughout the entire western United States and made him Utah's first multimillionaire. He really was quite something, I must say. Now, at first glance, it seems David was always succeeding, but he certainly had his share of failures too. But he also knew the power of resilience. No matter the setbacks, he never gave up. His strength and success were rooted in perseverance, learning from each failure, and living the old adage, try, try, and try again. Now, honesty and a strong moral compass empowered him to take risks and try new things, coming from a place of deep curiosity and a commitment to excellence. And these same values are a clear pathway to success for you. Now, as you step into the next chapter of your life, your education here has nurtured and reinforced those values, encouraging you to explore boldly, not recklessly, but with purpose and integrity. I hope you'll carry forward the lessons you've learned here, to honor and respect others, to share your success, and to never let failures define you. You have such opportunities, the ones that lie ahead of you. Reach out and take hold. Make us all proud. And like my grandfather and the generations of Eccles since him, give 110% in everything you do. Because let me assure you, as I like to say, when closing, the best is still yet to come. Congratulations, graduates, and as always, go Utes.
Never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that.
Be the love, I be the fire, baby. If I'm the blunt, I be the lighter, baby. Fire it up, writer, baby, you could be the quote. If I'm the lyric, baby, you could be the note. Chord that saint, I'm a sinner. Prize, I'm a winner, and it's you. What did I do to deserve that? Paper, baby, I be the pen. Say I am the one, cause you are 10. Really not pretend, even when the sky gets falling, even when the sun don't shine. I got faith in you and I. So put your pretty little hand in. Even when I'm down to the wire, baby. Even when it do or die. We can do it, baby, simple and plain. There's love to show that. Now rock with me, babe. Let me hold you in my arms, talk with me, babe. Yeah. Now rock with me, babe. Let me hold you in my arms, talk with me, babe. This between you and I is simple as pie, baby. It's such a sure thing, such a sure thing, always such a sure thing, such a sure thing.
You're awkward, and sometimes I am too. My head hurts, thinking about me and you, and what we could have been if I'd said something. I'm cautious, so maybe it's my fault. I stopped this, was terrified to fall in love with my best friend, so I didn't let you in. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I wish that you had read my mind. Now I'm just a girl you left behind. Ooh, I wonder what it's like if you
All right, welcome. Please be seated. Please be seated. Honored guests, friends, and family, welcome to the David Eccles School of Business Convocation. And most importantly, welcome to our graduates of 2026. Are you ready to graduate? We are so excited to be here today with you, with your families, to celebrate and recognize you. Our procession today was led into the arena by a band of bagpipers. This is a tradition to commemorate our namesake, David Eccles. David moved to Utah from Scotland with his family when he was just 14 years old. His father, who was blind, worked as a woodcarver. As his first entrepreneurial venture, David walked up and down the valley for miles selling wooden spoons, rolling pins, and other items to support his family. Soon, David Eccles took that entrepreneurial spirit to the lumber, railroad, banking, and mining industries. He was a vital figure in the development of Utah, as well as the Mountain West and the Pacific Northwest. His pioneering drive remains with us today, especially on this campus and at the David Eccles School of Business. Amongst our special guests today are members of David's family. Spencer Fox Eccles, he was David's grandson, and Katie Eccles, David's great-granddaughter. Members, and Katie is our current president of the university's Board of Trustees. It is an honor to have you with us here today to represent our namesake. Spence and Katie, we hope that our students, we know that our students will live and work just as David Eccles did, innovating and contributing as they seize those opportunities in front of them. We're also honored today to be joined by many other people who represent the values that David Eccles demonstrated from his life. From the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to welcome Kathy Garf, Bassam Salem. From the President's Cabinet, I'm pleased to welcome Natalie Gochner. And it's also my pleasure to welcome Amanda Covington, Chair of the Utah System of Board of Higher Education, Melissa Garf Ballard of the Utah State House of Representatives, Kristen Gardner, a former member of the university's Board of Trustees, and Dean Michelle Camacho of the College of Social Behavioral Sciences. They all have children who are graduating here with us today. We are excited to be able to celebrate you and your families today. Graduates, today you have joined a network of more than 55,000 Eccles alums and counting. And we're going to add that today, by the end of the day, by 1,900 more students who are graduating with that name of the David Eccles School of Business. It is a great day for us. To help think about the meaning of that, I'd like to ask one of our alums, Justin Spangler. Justin graduated in 2016 with a degree in information systems. He is currently an account executive at Google. On it, just promoted, congratulations. And he is also an executive MBA student, so you can come back for another degree as Justin shows us. And he is the board chair of the David Eccles School of Alumni Network Board. We're going to ask Justin to share a few words what it means to be a part of our alumni network. Justin, please come up to the podium.
Dean Dirks, thank you for those kind words. I appreciate it. I want to take you back to September 6, 2025. I'm crossing the finish line in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I just won Lodija, the longest one-day USA-sanctioned bike race in the country. It's 202 miles from Logan, Utah to Jackson, Wyoming. And I'm standing on the podium after 2 previously failed attempts to even place. In that moment, it looked like glory. It looked like a single day of excellence. But that is a lie. It's only a small part of a much larger story. That victory didn't happen in the light of Jackson Hole. It happened in the dark, months and years before. To stand on that podium for 10 seconds, I spent 1,992 hours in the saddle. I rode 45,719 miles, and I climbed 2,137,013 feet of elevation. To put that into perspective, that's almost 2 times around the equator of planet Earth, and 1.7 times up to the International Space Station. Most of those miles happened at 5 a.m. When my wife, Sarah, and my kids, Ford and Adeline, were still asleep. They happened when I was exhausted from a full week of work. They happened in the dark, where there was no applause, no finish line, and no one was watching. And this brings me to the leadership principle I want to share with you today. Work in the dark so you can shine in the light. We live in a world obsessed with the highlight reel. The deal signed, the ribbon cut, the graduation photo. But as new graduates and future leaders, you need to fall in love with the boring, unglamorous, lonely work that makes those moments possible. A big goal, whether it's graduating like you all are today, or winning a bike race, takes thousands of hours of dedicated, conscious effort, usually totally unseen. I look around this arena today, and I see the accumulation of that exact same dedication. You all spent time working in the dark. You read accounting textbooks after your families and roommates went to sleep. You missed dinners and weekend plans to finish group projects and prepare for exams. You woke up early to study statistics before a shift, an internship, or maybe even a board meeting. It hurt, it was exhausted, and in those moments, no one was clapping. But I want you to remember this. You've completed those 1,992 hours. Every case study you analyzed, every late night you sacrificed, was you climbing your own 2 million feet of elevation. Today, you won't be just receiving a degree. You will be building the capacity to lead high-performing teams, drive innovation, and solve complex problems. You forged the discipline that'll change the rest of your life. As you step out of the dark and into the light today, I want to remind you that you're no longer pedaling alone. By crossing this finish line today and getting your degree, you are officially becoming part of a prestigious global network of David Eccles Business School alumni. You are joining a remarkable community of innovators, leaders, and change makers who know exactly what it takes to succeed in this world. Lean on this network, contribute to it, and it will propel you forward. So as you receive your degrees today, your family and friends will clap. They'll see the cap, the gown, and the diploma. They will see the light. But each of you can look at each other and know about the sacrifices and the work you did in the dark. Keep pedaling. This is only the beginning of your next great race. And I would now like to take a moment to congratulate my brother-in-law who's graduating today, Alex Paul, as well as all of the graduates of the class of 2026. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce your class of 2026 student speaker, Diggaj Chapagain, who is majoring in finance. Diggaj.
Most commencement speeches start with congratulations. We'll get there. But first, I want to tell you a story about a boy who had no idea he'd end up here at the Eccles School of Business, about me. When I was 9 years old, I moved to the United States from Nepal. On the first day of school, the teacher asked me something. I caught maybe every third word. Kids stared. I smiled and nodded. Not because I understood, but because I didn't know what else to do. That's what uncertainty feels like when you're 9. And that feeling of nodding when you don't understand, or pretending you belong when you're not sure you do, it doesn't go away. 6 years later, at 15, I was sitting in a different room, a hospital room, and I was diagnosed with cancer. Same feeling, different stakes. Here's what nobody tells you. Facing something like that doesn't just scare you, it wakes you up. Cancer became, in the strangest way, one of the clearest teachers I've ever had. I remember one afternoon in that room, my mom was reading a magazine, my dad was on his phone. They were waiting for the doctor, waiting for results, waiting to know if I'd be okay. But I wasn't waiting anymore. I was noticing things. The way light came through the window, the sound of a nurse laughing down the hall, the exact temperature of my mom's hand when she held mine. I was alive in a way I'd never been before, not because I was happy, but because I was paying attention. That's what uncertainty taught me. You can wait, or you can notice today. Most of us spend our lives waiting for someday. When you're 15 and you don't know if you'll see someday, you stop waiting. I wanted to live, not just survive, live every single day after that. So look around right now. Look at the person next to you. Feel this moment. Notice the energy. Think of the people who got you here. This is what being alive feels like. Not waiting, not just existing. This. That's what I want for all of us. 4 years ago, some of us walked into this place and genuinely wondered if we belonged. Turns out we did. I think about the late nights in the business building, office hours that turned into mentorship, faculty who knew my name, who knew my story, and refused to let me disappear. Business school didn't just make us smarter, though it did. It taught us an important lesson. Business is about people betting on each other. Every spreadsheet has real lives behind it. Every decision compounds beyond the quarterly report. And real leadership isn't about climbing alone. It's about lifting your community while you go. Through Opportunity Scholars, through my time as an orientation leader, welcoming students who, like me, felt uncertain, and through classmates who became family, I learned what this place really is. If I could go back to that 9-year-old boy, smiling and nodding because he didn't know what else to do, I'd tell him, it gets beautiful. We didn't all start in the same place. Some of us crossed oceans. Some of us crossed unseen distances, financial pressure, the particular weight of being first. But today, here, we stand together. So when life gets uncertain, and it will, don't wait for someday. Don't nod and pretend you understand when you don't. Pay attention to the person across the table, to the room you're in, this room, right now. That's not just how you survive. That's how you live. Class of 2026, congratulations.
Thank you. That was an extraordinary message. And thank you for sharing that with us today. And thank you for helping us think about what matters. Justin, I love your message also on it, thinking about those hours in the dark. And so doing something dangerous, I'm going a little off script here because I thought those two messages were very powerful and something for each of us to think about where that sits within us. Each of you, I know why you were here during those 4, 6 years, however many years, faced your own challenges. That could have been balancing work and family. Perhaps that was struggling to figure out your own purpose. Perhaps that was working too many hours. But you are here. You made it. And you dug through that. And the messages of Justin and AJ, I think, are a lesson to us to think about that. You're going to see a new messaging that we have for the school coming out more, which is Ascent begins here. And that is the message I want you to think about when you have trouble that next time, because it will come. We are living in an age of uncertainty. Think about how you made it through these last 4 years, and that community that brought you through, and your family that brought you through, and your own inner strength that brought you through. Just as our namesake David Eccles used that inner strength here. It is the DNA of the David Eccles School of Business. So let your ascent begin here. I will get back on script here, to think about one more value that I want you to think about as you leave here, and that is the role that you play as leaders and the role of integrity. One of our Eccles School's values is to lead with integrity. Our aspiration is that during your 4 years, each of you has grown as a leader in your own way in whatever form that has taken, and that you are ready to go out and make that positive impact in your communities, in the world, and in your families. It is my area of academic work also, and so I wanted to leave you with just a couple thoughts about that, about how you might think about going about that. I'm going to call those the 3 C's of leadership, and I know these sit within you. That first factor goes back to integrity, and it's the C of character on it. And this is about being clear on who you are, your own values, and being true to that. Lead with integrity. If you do that, when you do that, people will put you in those positions to lead their organizations, to lead their community, because that's the type of person others want to follow. And it is also the thing I know when you go to bed at night will give you a sense of personal satisfaction and pride. The second C is another thing that you have built here, and that is the C stands for competence. But it's that business knowledge and skill that you spent 4 years developing here. But it is not that which competence means. It's using that to go out and do something, create value for others in that. And so go out and show the world what an Eccles School graduate knows and what they can do. The final factor is very important, and that is C, for caring. Your role as a leader is to think about others first before your own benefit. In other words, it's about them, not about you on that. And it is that which sets great leaders apart. These factors we talked about today are going to be equally important in your community, in your family, or in the companies that you go to. They're going to be important whether you stay here in Utah, you go to another part of this country, or another part of the globe. And they are timeless and timely. We need them today. So it is those factors which I know from my own research is important, but it is also those 3 C's which generations of Eccles students before you and David Eccles himself carried forward. So my challenge to you is to keep leading in that way and to go out and carry our flag with those 3. Okay, with that, class is over. You do not need to hear from faculty for a while. Yes, okay. Hey, how about we go out and start recognizing you as graduates. So let's start out with recognizing some of our exceptional students. I'd like to begin by recognizing our outstanding business graduates. These students are chosen by our faculty from the top academic performers in each major. Today, each student receiving the Outstanding Business Graduate Award had the honor of carrying the banner to represent their programs, your programs, into the arena. I invite all of our outstanding business graduates to stand up and be recognized. Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize our undergraduate honors thesis writers. This endeavor requires a minimum of 7 honors courses and the completion of an honors thesis. Would all the honors thesis in our audience please stand and be recognized? Thank you, thank you. And I'll do one final recognition. One of the things that has struck me about our community and the community that you're going into as an alumni is the generosity and the support and the willingness to pull others forward with them. That spirit has really fueled our success as a school, and it's going to continue to be important as we climb. The ties that bind you to the school do not end today at graduation. As alumni, we need your help. Your fellow students need your help in many ways on that. Coming back to coach or mentor those who are behind you, hiring the next student Eccles grad into where you are, perhaps making a financial contribution, perhaps something else. Any of those things will help your school continue to rise and the people who follow behind you to create that strong and enduring legacy. We have a symbol of that today that some of you are wearing. You'll see many students today wearing a silver and green giving cord to recognize the gift that they have already given to the students who are following them. Almost 200 students have embraced this practice of paying it forward. They gave a small gift, which is going to create a set of scholarships for the students who start this fall. 200, that is a record. Thank you very much. That scholarship is going to create that next generation of Eccles students in the fall. So thank you. Okay, are you ready to get the diplomas going? Yeah, all right, let's go. So we're going to go ahead, and each program is going to be led by their outstanding business graduate, whose name will be read first. We'll ask you to proceed one row at a time to receive your diplomas as directed by the ushers. When you receive your diplomas, please follow the ushers' instructions to take your seats and remain seated so that we celebrate every single classmate. You have championed and supported each other during your time here. So please continue that encouragement by staying throughout. Guests, to honor every single student who's graduating today, we also ask that you stay for the full duration of the ceremony. And with that, let's get going.
At this time, degrees in information systems will be awarded on the south side of the arena. At this time, degrees in quantitative analysis of markets and organizations will be awarded on the north side of the arena. Alexander Jon Rumpf. Ellie Annika Whitehead. Nicholas Samuel Falk. Johnny Hyatt. Nathaniel M. Busaith. Jacob Stanford Houle. Ethan Baker. Jack Welby Nemelka. Camila Olmedo. Hannah Bennett.
Isabel Marchena.
Andrew Joseph Dives. Alexander Jon Rumpf. Elliot Meyer. Alexa Elizabeth Galicia. Linyi Yu. Joshua Hyun Ki Hong. Min Den Ta Huang. Caden Lowe. Olivia Elizabeth Moore. Chloe Lynn Chambers. Jack Rosiniak. James Christopher Van Dam. Frida Sofia Aguilar Mora. Amanda Tamir Irdeen Ocher. James Roberts. Jacqueline Orozco. Brea Christofferson. Angeles Michelle Marquez Santiago. Ileana Isabella Linehan. Zachary Cole Fletcher. Nathan William Delamos. Guyan Ellie Choi. Jack William Davis. Mariam Halima Ahmad. Jackson Marshall Morgan. Samantha Elizabeth Baldwin. Vid Shailish Monat. Ethan Choi. Logan Bogesfeld. Jake Sebahar. Brandon Ty Kuhn. Christopher Yee. Isabel Johannes.
Kevin Sue.
Gannett Spencer Fisk. Devin Moore. Kenneth James Mark. Chandler Dallas Jones. Michael Dean Molinar. Michael Vargas. Lucas Allen Buxama. Cole Matthew McCraith. Mason Paul Covington. James Matthew Farnsworth. Rhett Sterling Stanton. Samantha Noel Crisp. Chesney White. Lake Michael Anderson. Jessica Van Giesen. Aaron Charles Bentley. Alicia Du. Adam Bentley. Michaela K. Fisher. Nash Franklin Hawkins. Macy Ann Crowell. Lauren Kathleen King. Scott William Tandler. Spencer Isaac Lohr. Alexandra Rose Lingwood. McKinley Grant Hollison. Jackson Thompson. Yulin Yang. Mondo Brian Nishiba. Yashin Cha. Gage Manning. Linshaw Lee. Isaac Middlemass. Janice Hernandez.
Jack Leake.
Oscar Lopez Alvarez. Sam Melvin. Ryan Charles Donahue. Ansel Reyes. Mason William Shattuck. Sarush Yasir. Henry Michael Dipple. Joseph Lara Ortega. Alexander Herschel. Tron Lu Man Truong. Walker Tracy. Charles Allen Petty. Isabel Sarah White. Connor Hill. Cameron Faye Porter. Noah Francella. Parker Owen Rose. Ian Jeffrey Wormer. Arwal Athwai Deng. Caitlin Abena Ender. Ethan Wynn. Ashley Velasquez. Abril Valentina Gutierrez Valenzuela. Chase M. Coffey. Maxwell Kelver. Hamza Kadir. Sienna Lewis. Ryan Salmon. Peter Grinsell. Seth Stephen Tobler. Ike I. Harms. At this time, degrees in operations and supply chain will be awarded on the north side of the arena. Alexandra Renee Padilla. Jenna Rimkus. Josie Rennick. Ryan Cabral. Marielle Moorhead. Kaylee Noel McKinnon. Alexis Blackett. Kang Kwok Win. Deanne Vicky Paranda Bollinger. Gavin Nicholas Taylor. Lola Delilah Rubin. Chuyan Penn. Eva Yo Heidelberger. Christian Coleman Larson. Cheyenne Ball. Siddharth Sisoda. Sophia Inga Adrian. Gabriel James Henriksen. Kate Luna Santiago. Jafer Kadir Hassan. Jackson William Bilowa.
Serenity Samasia Moonra.
Michael Turnbull. Jennifer Tenzin Kazon. Amelia Miller. Achintia Mahajan. Evan Giebel. Sonachi Deravian Kanem. Jonathan Cruz. Calvin Asplund. Saigon Situ Stanley. Ahmed Al-Haimi. Shakar Gautam. Luca Mark DeLeo. Jonathan Emmanuel Contreras Lopez. Vari Saad Al-Otaibi. Khalid Abdallah Musa. Isabel B. Mees. Jesse Christopher Stevenson. Zachary Voxco Cameron. Thomas Everett Loveridge. Brooke Howard. Josue Hernandez Olvera. Megan Tate Alcala Archuleta. Jebediah Wright Dean. Braden James Riley. Junruye Sia. Dayanara Ahumada Terra. Daxton Casey Hunter. Purvi Yoshi. Dylan Vollmer. Madison Weech. Alexander Gaetan Ortiz. George Ted Macris. Colton Allen Mason. Jack Klosser. Elise Hardy. Lauren Ann Lengo. Brenna Lynch. Zlata Korobkova. Elizabeth Lopez. Kaylin Elizabeth Clark. Nicholas Pardon. Talha Mahmoud Malik. At this time, degrees in entrepreneurship will be awarded on the south side of the arena. Al-Muhanna Sulaiman Al-Hinai. Logan James Goen. Brooke Lucas. Kennedy Ann Kiara. Scott Wood.
Jackson Bjorkland.
Ashton Kent. James Arjun Vashis. Sandeep Serlakola. Octavio Cipolla Lunardini. Samuel Lewis Verskor. Ashton D. Snar. Gregory Anthony Chiaradano. Sebastian David Nowlin. Vincent Banks. Brody Burns Sanchez. Andrew Pearson Fife. Patrick Nicosia.
Matthew Flannery.
Aiden Leonardo Vanini. Grace Wonder. Matthew David Lampert. Zachary Allen Zaman. Zachary Cole Fletcher. Nicolette L. Davenport. Jesse Patrick Riley. Ethan David McQuarrie.
The 35th.
Ivy Mee Tran. Jackson James Barber. Hai Tran. Skylar Rain Sorensen. Kelvin Correa. Courtney Montgomery Phelps. Win Notch Min Hu. Benjamin Daniel Bird. Gabrielle Renaud. Jordan Howell. Megan Yeager. Kate Winter. Nathan Privari. L. Swain Chakota. Hannah Hubble. Richard Jacob Foster. And Aaliyah Stocking. Isaac Christopher Villafranca. Isidora Geranios. Henry Aaron Ray. Brielle Spencer. Luca Jacob Flame. Ashlyn Richardson. Tiffany Anna Leahy. Alejandro Gonzalez. At this time, degrees in marketing will be awarded on the north side of the arena. Jade Liu. Sebastian Carranza. Declan Pollins. Colin Joseph Patrick. Michelle Lozada. Daniel Cameron Beatty. Anna Kathleen Thomas. Ash Darshan Solia. Ari McGuire. Sophia Elizabeth Hooter. Aaron McKenna Butler.
Jorisi Segayezu.
Kyron Baibi. Benjamin Thomas Lutgen. Alexa Rose Beveridge. Alejandro Vizcaíno Wadlani. Macy Robinson. Jack Norbert Soderberg. Kyle Daniel Felter. Jasper Woodruff. Cameron Michael Tellerico. Luke Jacobazzi. Duke Wyatt Starnes. Margella Keanu Latron. Carson Quinley. Spencer Hall. Sophia Inga Adrian. Cole Andres Taylor. Jacqueline Olvera Villa. Jacob Ryan Moeller. At this time, degrees in business administration will be awarded on the south side of the arena. Will Flynn. Genevieve Witham. Michael Heriberto Alejo. Leah Rafaela Centeno. Samantha Andra. Tiago Lake. Faith Linnell Mader. Eliza K. Foster. Reese Kerrigan Wilbur. Chanel R. Lee. Olivia Contonis. Aaliyah Josephine Archuleta. Alexander Lewis. Panayotis Salteris. Dimitri Lucas Stavropoulos. Emerson Grace Abraham. Lucille Cole. Taylor Mortensen. Sydney Dawn Bergener. Sydney Powell Even. Queen Cosette Flood. Adele Oates. Carly Cutler. Parisa Simone Parvizi. Katie Mary Williams. Karen Ortiz. Alex Paul. Madison Esther Chapman. Camilo Montejo. Callie Trent Don. Kevin Andrew Lyon. Abdul Rahman Doom Almanhali. Luke Dylan Johnson. Lainey Ashnault. Jason Joseph Sanchez. Zoe Soleil Robinson. Dylan Matthew Wise. Andrew Jacobs. James Carlton Wright. Daniel Vetti. Anthony Jr. Rangel. Andrew Knowles. Eitan Carl Katz. Wesley Henry Brewer. Madeline Lee Sidoti. Elliot Reese Levitan. Ariana Page Andrade.
Everett Tuller.
Yesenia Priscilla Andrade. Zoe Marie Hopkins. Jagar Flynn Radman. Elizabeth Nicole Dislin. Ethan James Veriker. Rhea Rowell. Sky Christopher Curley. Caroline Amelia Rose. John Mora. Caitlin Nicole Parino. Alexander Daniel Carvajal. Colomba Gonzalez Prieto. Aiden Noah Graham. Maya Corcoran. Ethan James Noonan. Cole Inge Duplessis. Jake August Laredo.
Milan Bryant.
Kai Nikitat. Sawyer Brooks Rizzo. Trevor Van Ornum. Samuel Redden Heller. Alexander Pizot. Miles Keel Goldstein. Evan Nathan Lowe. Nicolina Obradovic. Mackenzie Ryan Stoddard. Diana Smith. Jacob Layer. Bailey Fernandez Lurkins. Dane Winterberg. Wenda Harry Cavila. Andrew Romano. JC Ellie Tippett. Julianne Yee. Misha Minora Masterson. Jorge Solorzano Bernal. Angeles Michelle Marquez Santiago. Brendan Wynn. Jacqueline Olvera Villa. Bowen Grieger. Charlie Coles. Will Richmond. McKenna Oath. Megan Lynn Swietlowski. Thomas Frederick Decker. Olivia Christine Cates. Henrika Poser. Alexa Sorensen. Kensington Lee Dawn Ohm. Amelie Freya Erickson. Octavio Jacobo. Matthew Bonebreak. Christopher Alejandro Sanchez. Jonathan Tyler Bachman. Stephen Andres Cortez. Kai Yen Chen. Callista Bordos. Yu Ting Huang. Hallie Lufkin. Braylon Leonardo. Valerie K. Castillo Ramos. Amanda Heidel. Wendy Ruth Guerrero Gonzalez. Alan Warren Cole. Stephen Bergen. Jake Pyatt. Kristen Noel Noriala. Ziju Wong. Wazy Liu. Annabelle Ruth Kieswetter. Simon Wang. Kennedy Renee Sims. Jack Endler. Madeline Palmer. Hudson Grace Evers. Frederick James Cusumano. Cole Tyler Armstrong. Cy Skibby. Jordan Marie Furtick. Bailey Spanton. McKenna Davies. Achirthasai Valuro. McKenna On Neal. Diego Mendoza. Robert William Dawson III. Alexander Pojero. Hannah Hazlitt. Lucas Xavier McCain. Moises Molina. Oliver Hugh Ye. Maximiliano Ariel Reyes. Oscar Marcus Osborne. Sterling Victor Sierraki. Paris Close. Luke William McCann. Mia Catherine Mellon. Michael Hibbard Twaddell. Mariah Brianna De La Ho. Reese von Hemmert. Ian Matthew Seeger. Parker Cameron Lehman. Rory O'Connell Bremer. Sina Mallerly. Ella Marie Tums. Tulsi Judith Rowe. Ashley Treat. Grace Christensen. Zachary Tate Johnson. Nyayik Ajin Deng. Nicole Olivia Wolf. Karen Gutierrez Ortiz. Grace Mavis Pitto. Carolina Zamudio. Merrick Sakari Lefebvre. Chance Wells Mullins. Maya Van Wagener. Octavio Cipolla Lunardini. Samuel Christopher Stephen. Ashton Morris. Avery Harris. Jacqueline Olvera Villa. Portia Mendenhall. Carolyn Christensen. Brant Galbraith. Cash Garland. Luke Charles Savinovich. At this time, Degrees in finance will be awarded on the south side of the arena.
Madeline Shavitz.
Troy Nee Boyd. Canon Michael Watson. Bianca Natasha Munoz. Naya Allen. Shaylin Preedy. Lake Michael Kincaid. Arissa Jen. Cooper Woolley. Daniel Schenkel. Ryan Daniel Bartolome. Jack Zini. Kennedy Louise Moore. Alfredo Lira. Reese Gabriella Feiner. The Thuy Trang Dao. Tia Bloom. Ryan David Kasparek. Noelle Sophia Skyba. Scott Robert Regal. Lauren Riley Stegall. Charles Matthew Denenberg. Maximilian Kendall Fenney. Riley Pelham Curry. Donovan O'Shea. Jacob Taylor Seaborn. Caitlin Sophia Oliva. Katrina Geprags. Matthew Creech. Mallory Marie Buzzard. Emma Klein. Daniel Dela Cruz. Sophia Boyles. Dylan Larson. Luke Summit Jones. Caden Ashton Leslie. Alex Beckstead. Diggaj Chapagain. Ethan Alexander Houston. Francis Ann Reed. Connor David Phillips. Camden Humphrey. Tanner Thomas Bauer. Lin Ngo. Michael Tom. Aliana Joyce Tamayo Chang. Dylan Yim. Mandy Bach. Jack Hugh Dykstra. John Derek Garibaldi.
Mohammed Salman Al-Farsi.
William Christopher Brockback. Imran Tariq Al-Sabah. Krista Robin Boswell.
Al-Waid Khalid Ahmed Al-Kindi.
Jaylene Vargas Ibisabal. Zachary Lowell Tomets. Ryan Jensen. Michael Urtis. Andrew Michael Chardak. Jacob Michael Slater. Zion Ajani Baker. Maxwell Ho. Cole Jason Cable. Ryan Gregory Worth. Connor James Devonish. Hence Dorsch. Kayla Brooke Bowler. Michael Thompson. Connor Jeffrey Snow. Hannah Skippenborg. Baden Foncher. Zachary Wilson Jett. Hunter James Leah. Swin Haugen. Kyle Lee Sinka. Connor Whitworth. Diego Alvarez. Bryce Dobson. Jasper Alexander Gallagher. Chris Folau. Shigsuan Shane. Edward Gerald Lesmana. Jennifer Tiamshu Jang. Enrico Augusto Pachu de Oliveira. At this time, degrees in management will be awarded on the north side of the arena.
Not that one again. Sorry, guys. Should we not reschedule this one?
Austin Colby Arnold.
This one's slower and much more fun. Do you want to skip it?
Anjule Sutar.
Okay, skip that.
Tristan Jonathan Eisinger. Jacqueline Orozco. Tristan Haley Foster. Jackson Robert McGee. Joseph Michael Flores. Zachary Rains. Juliet Elise Smock. Jonah Edmonds. Dominic Lawrence Martucci. Jackson Peter Kaler. Grant Ratton. Cole Braden Clemmer. Brianna Bradley. Bridger Dale Nesbitt. Noel Kiefer. Matthew Blair. Maxime Hebras. Aidan Coyle Connolly. Gonzalo Hayes.
Alejandro Munoz.
Navy Ray Nelson. Spencer Butterfield. Eric Guy Sheffer. Scott Calvin Cook. Christian Stephen Nazell. Peter Christian Gardner. Julia Lopez. Lucy Sue Paulos. Derek Blodgett. John Patrick Coleman. Paul Peterson. Olivia Marie Gianni. Madison Claire Clovis. Brianne Griffiths. Olivia Marie Zarrett. Graham Hinton Henderson Best. Jessica Ann Langdon. Alexandra Marie Floor. Avery Elizabeth Tomchik. Melina Isadora Alamo. Sydney Catherine Henley. Predrag Vukojevic. Allison Weiss-Work. Nicholas Gregory Carbone. Michael Parenti. Lucas Wood. Justin DeVangere. Travis Edward White III. Caden Julian Manrique. Alexander Charles First. Cooper James Ostrowski. Avery Marie Batchison. Gabriel Edward Conway. Madeleine Diane Felix. Lauren Nicole Murphy. Gunzi Kim. Amar Odobasic. Henry Joseph Arnold. Ryan Andrew Steffen. Tinley Grace Park. Aiden Charles Abrahamson. Landon Michael McKell. Joanne Taylor Clark. Landon Derek Porter. Zachary Christopher Olszewski. Kai Oscarson. Strand Tessiner. Joshua Stewart Walton. Ashton Nicole Willis. Andrew Hammond. Kaylee Jensen. Abraham Levy. Brielle Carr. Aaron Franco. Lauren Corinne Offenstein. Tia Maria Desar. Elena Renee Terry. Blake Richard Rawlings. Jackson James Barber. Keller William Nina. Tobias Walker Barnes. Payton. Clark Phillips. Jack Payton. Colin Patrick Oregon. Quinton Mikael Rowe. Zachary Jarrett Rasnick. Zachary Jason Labuda. Henry Jacob Solomon. Owen Jones. At this time, degrees in accounting will be awarded on the north side of the arena. Konstantin Nikos Linardakis. Gabriel Dominic Pina. Athena Allen. Michael Thompson. Raul Martinez Manzanares. Emma Jane Chili. Nathan R. Wolf. Olivia Claire DeVore.
Anthony Quillisi.
Catherine Stacy. Mitch Shelton. Stella Rose Bradley. Skylar Evan Hoffman. Bailey Marie Gardner. Hanson Gould. Taylor Brandon. Campbell Thomas Brown. Abigail Atkinson Pappas. Spencer McCallum. William Jackson Hardin. Nathaniel Robert Walter. Tabish Barnhart. Braxton Wright. Amron Blue Kalahua Loia Fiori. Dominic Lorenzo Colaro. Rohit John Abraham. Landry Jackson Harkless. Samantha Teddy Allison. Brian Vasquez Colmanero. Micah James Procino. William Dal Porto. Janet Alexandra Lopez Martinez. Tyler Dominic Gomez. Juliet Nava Peña. Wyatt Kimball. Maliha Hasib. Nicholas William Kimball. Natasha Meyer. Sullivan Rhett Evans. Caitlin Elizabeth Kim. James Robert Bell. Lola Alain Morier. Brighton Russell Simons. Caden Noel McCormick. Dallin Benson. Ryan Philip Sherry. Jonah Knubel, Jake Lancaster, Thomas Michael Fitzpatrick, Kat Dawn Marion, Truman Ryan Holbrook, Charles Eager, Riley Collins, Cooper Haldeman, Luke Christian Blackwell, Rowan Downard, Nikolai Dixon Ripley, Jack Peter Sawinski, Luke Daniel Scherer, Morgan Nelson, Bridger Thomas Richards, Madison Dakota Brown, Cole Douglas Murphy, Tanner Kevin Jones, Axel Gensler, Luis Frias,
I don't care. So you want to do this?
Brendan James Conway, Cameron Michael Broderick, Gavin Pratt,
David Ellery Wellington.
James William LeBaron, Trinity Lynn Beardall, Jack Dylan Finn, Winter Malia Soga, Christian Charles Paul Peterson, Kyle Gerald Ferenbach, John Restuccia, Alexander Johnson, Reeve Kolinek, John Austin, Aiden Grace, Jordan Rasmussen, Peyton Matthew Tingley, Parsa Moradi, Mason Robert Marchlet, Eric Yang, Nico Dasa, Benjamin Kai McKee, Dylan Michael Steen, Ruby Jean Turgeon, Chloe Gurney, Drew Hazen Kemp, Allison Julie Hardman, Grace Anthony, Taylor Elaine Colosimo, Ava Conti, Madeline Ray Osborne, Owen Patrick Johnson, Jenna Claire Block, June Unupama Ganguly, Elizabeth Tony Anderson, Alla Volinskaya, Kaylin Harris, Lucas Kenneth D'Ambrosio, Raphael Lessard, Jennifer Allred, Nicole Fitzgerald Beckstead. Madison Fairbanks.
Lucas Anthony Franklin.
Kate Shinlian Gosselin. Ethan Andrew Frula. Diego Guerin. Sam Jeffrey Elwell. Jasper Good. Scarlett Solomon Romano. Gary Aluwalia. Ella Pearl Bailey. Samuel Snyder. Ben Ludlow. Spencer Michael Snow. Grant Nielsen Lawrence. Abigail Downing. Benjamin Peterson. Jack Borgeson. Jason McElroy Richardson. Andrew Jensen Smith. Sage Aaron Boyer. Nicholas James Barbosa. Lauren Grace Lindula. J.D. Olson. Matthew Thomas Easton. Ashley Brown. Jackson Wade Backus. Shay Minahan. Brooklyn Elaine Gallup. Sana Aziz. Tway Gia Tran. Griffin Lowe. Jesse Perez Diaz. Brock Albert Burline. J. Sam Chaudhary. Dublin Ingabos. Landon Smith. Brian Ramirez. David Kraus. Karim Hira. Travis Andrew Keener. Stephen Peterson. Alex Jacob Garcia. Sean Russell Patton. Alexander Nicholas Grace. Olivia Maya Clark. Logan Jonathan Dean. Maxwell Matthew Fankhauser. Justin Earl Vargas. Ian Patrick Johnson. Adam Vogel. Sarah Joanne Lowry. Trent William Steiner. Brennan M. King. Arjun Mokashi. Abdullah Arshad. Andrew Kyle Alzona. Ryan Curry Murphy. Jay Selznick.
Peter Terry.
Jameson Keffer. Andrew Joseph Pratt. Dara Mitsuo Kennedy. Mark Hirsch. Eli David Negrete. Easton Jellerson. Zachary Ryan Tripp. Andrew Curtis Kimball. Jack Harrison. Nefi Sebastian Galizia. Reed Meadows. Cameron Lynn Crump. Courtney Eileen Hale. Walter Allen Seroff. Alexander David Waller. Audrey Rose Nappy. Zachary Neil Pothoff. Jonathan Chan. Riley Rosenkotz. Oriana Kwok.
Jacob Miller.
Brendan Dang.
Tyson Keller.
Ming Xuan Sean. Jack Curtis Pollock. Dulce Vargas. Griffin Phillips Zachmeyer. Jake Blunt Mermans. Connor Connolly Cleek. Daniel Barrera Jimenez. Jack Douglas George.
Emery Warner.
Madeline Williams. Jack Ryan McCormick. Kelvin Che. Madeline Ann Holmes. Hunter Sorensen. Zachary Lewis Lombardi. Garrett Lewis Morris. Eshrat Hassan. Ashton Scott Altenburg. Ahmed Al-Haimi. Jackson Zambo. Olivia Mary Stanley. Alessandro Lucas Millan. Braden Hales. Randy Lee Toe. Michael Hunter Watson. Zach Walker. Matthew Sheldall. Taylor Stanford Snow. Joseph Mark Dean. Lincoln Andrew Buchanan. Mel Arizmendi. Noah Aiden Jacobs. Ariana Soleimani. Morgan Kent Menlo. Moy Nai Chor. Hannah Madsen. Christopher Clark Self. Brady Pace. Janma Gorong. Leo Richard Butler. Magali Garcilaso Sega. Cole James Abramovsky. Benjamin Joseph Sykes. Jacob Mark Dirks. Ella Saltmarsh. Colin Mason Holmes. Aiden Christian Weller. William Andrew Takish. Teddy Woodworth. Shane Patrick Kenna. David Dave Liam Herlin. Gardner Auchincloss. John Kyle Fivads. Ethan John Skedros. Jacob J. Garth. Nigel Martin. Mingyu Zheng. Harry Benito Shipley. Nok Min Tam Lei. Carson Kewen Smith. Adam Taylor Perry. Brighton Platt. Ethan Zane Morrissey. Kushal Golecha. Caleb Rudd. Wilson Liu. Taylor Elizabeth Durham. Jia Xiang Cho. Benjamin Oliver Watanabe. Gordon Yang.
Tyler Suji.
Ryan O'Connor. John Harrison. Cole Ivory Curtis. Joshua Jesse Carlson. Ryan Pins. Hina Ishida. Jackson Chad Grange. Goichi Tsuda. Christian Xavier Folkert. Jiyoon Yu. Jonah Wilhelm. John Brandon Woods. Richard Stephen Lisman. Ryan George Medley.
Madison Parker.
Diego Xavier Granados. Amir Subasic. Connor Burke. Link A. Dephouse. Garrett Adams, Wyatt Leaf,
You did it right. You did the phonetics fine.
Brandon Loria,
Ian Tattlebaum.
Riley Morris, Michael Richard Vemont, Kate Crunk, Jackson Otto Bergsten, Caleb B. Warren,
Owen Richard Edwards.
Tanner Lee Francisco, Cade Thomas Caesar, Dylan Scott Mills, Nicholas J. Lund, Jacob A. Hay, Kaden Hira, Brian Ramirez, Tue An Vuong, Tree Who Win,
All right. Hey, congratulations, class of 2026. I love watching the camera. There's nothing like a little swagger. Love it. All right, please go ahead and move your tassels to the left side of your mortarboard. You are now officially graduates of the David Eccles School of Business. Today, however, is not just a celebration of you. It is a celebration of you, but not just you. It is also a celebration of your family, your friends who have been with you on this journey, and the recognition of their encouragement and support. Your name is on that diploma, but they are there with you, with it. So please rise to thank your family and friends who have been with you on this journey. Give them a round. I'm proud to say you are now alumni of the David Eccles School of Business. You will forever be a Ute, and you will always have a home here at the school. We are so excited for your futures and to see where you go. Take that confidence, take that swagger out into the world with you. Congratulations again, and as always, go Utes!